All right, so now we have our table of contents all generated. We've got our table of authorities generated. Everything's looking good. We're ready to get the final form of our brief by shifting around pages and getting our actual pages numbered correctly. So your professors may have alluded that you need to have separate numbering conventions for your table of contents, table of authorities, and the actual parts of your brief. So your table of contents and table of authorities should have lowercase Roman numerals, while your actual brief should use Arabic numerals, so traditional numbers. In order to make that work, we're going to be utilizing sections. We're going to be creating 3 separate sections in your brief. The first is going to be your caption page, the second, the table of contents and the table of authorities, and the third will be the text of your actual brief. Using these sections, we'll be able to change the numbering throughout, restart at 1, or not include any numbers, as is the case with your caption page. So to get to the section breaks part, we go to the layout tab up here, and we go into the breaks menu. So first, I'm going to show you how to create your section for the caption. So using the menu here, we go down to section breaks and next page. This inserts a new page at the top, which will be our caption. You guys have a form for the caption, so I'm not going to show you how to do that right now, but this is how you create that section. And then when we go into the header and footer portion of the paper, we can see we have a footer for section 1 and we have a header for section 2. So now that's how we can tell we have multiple sections. We are also going to be creating a section for our actual brief. So in order to do that, we will select right at the beginning of the heading, standard of review there, go to layouts, breaks, section breaks, next page. So now see we have section 3 and section 2. Okay, so now we have sections 1, 2, and 3. We are also going to separate our table of authorities from the table of contents. They should be on 2 different pages. So we are going to, right at the beginning of this heading here, insert a page break. So we don't want to add a new section because the numbering's the same. We just want to add a new page break. So at the top here, page break, click there, and it moves it onto a new page. So now the most important thing we can do is to unlink those sections from each other. Right now, if we change the numbering in one section, it'll change all of them. In order to do that, we need to go back into the footer menu here. So here we are in the footer of section 2, and we'll see it says same as previous. We want to get rid of that. So to do that, we will go up here where it says link to previous and click. If it's filled in dark, that means it is selected and it is linking. If you click it, it will unlink it. So now you see it doesn't say same as previous. It's just a whole separate section. If you go back down, do the same thing in section 3, unlink it. If you have stuff in your header that you want to unlink, you can go through, you can unlink those as well. I'm not adding anything to the headers, but I'll go ahead and unlink them just in case. So now we have our 3 sections. It's time to get the numbering done. So to add numbers, from the footer menu, you can see there's a page number section right here. You can go to the drop down. We'll say at the bottom of the page, we'll go centered. It added them in Arabic numerals. Now for part of your brief, that's fine, but for this part, we need them in lowercase Roman numerals. So if we go back into the page number menu, go down to format page numbers, you can see there's a number format drop down with the lowercase Roman numerals there. So we just change it to the I, click OK, and now the brief changes. So here we have page 1, and here we have page 2 of the information before the brief. Now we will go ahead and we will add our page number for this section, the bottom of the page, centered, and we see it restarts at 1. One of the little nitpicky things, always make sure that your numbers are the same font as the rest of your brief. So go through, just highlight them. You only need to change one, assuming everything is linked in the section. Go through and change that. So we've changed both of those now so that they are Times New Roman and they match. So you can see here we have 1, 2, and it goes on, and then we have lowercase Roman numeral 2, lowercase Roman numeral 1, and then nothing on the caption page. Another important thing to remember is that when you change the page numbers, you need to update your table of contents. So to update your table of contents, just make sure it's highlighted, go back to the reference tab, and then click Update Table. Here we don't want to change any of the headings, so we want to update page numbers only. So click OK, and we'll see now Table of Authorities is marked as lowercase Roman numeral 2. Standard overview is now on page 1, and it shifted everything back a page. So that's it. Now you should be able to adequately format your brief and create a table of contents and a table of authorities, as well as to get your page numbering down. If you have any more questions, please send me an email or come back by to my office. And other than that, best of luck.